Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 17 of Nobody's Watching. The age of Revonix is over. In its place, we have a brand new season. Woke up to an update this morning and here we have the age of Strike. So I already know that Strike is an Ultra Blaster. Looks like a sniper rifle, as you can see. So we're going to have a quick look at this new season, see what's new about the game, and have a quick, brief look at the blaster. Right, let's crack that battle pass and look at the new stuff. So first thing we've got is an outfit as expected. The Goon, legendary. Fast reload, 3% to camp blasters. That's very useful. I'm guessing the Strike will be a camp blaster. Let's have a nosy. So yeah, usual rewards there. Here we are, the Strike. No, it's an attack blaster. Okay, that's surprising. Well, it's not that surprising because this is actually like a fully automatic rifle. So let's look at these stats. Right, I'm going to come back to the stats at the end. Like straight away you can see there's a very big hit point pool, decent amount of damage, and it's doing very fast. So it's firing 5 bullets a second. It's got a clip size of 10, so that means in 2 seconds you're unloading your clip, and then you're spending another 2 seconds reloading. So you're spending as much time shooting as reloading potentially. We need to have a look at the nerf powers really though to see what this blaster's all about. Bursty, your rate of fire and damage increase as you unload your clip, and it resets when you reload. Okay, so you're going to unload your clip quicker than 2 seconds. So does that mean we're going to spend most of our time reloading? Possibly. As usual, there's no stats, so we don't know how powerful that is. Okay, right, so your second power stealth, so when you're at 0 darts, you are invisible. So if we are spending most of our time reloading, at least we'll be safe. That's going to be great for Pinball and for solo. Third nerf power, Punisher. Heal some of the hit points each time you eliminate an opponent. So that gives us some extra survivability, which is always great. Right, shall we have a quick look at the different skins that come with this blaster? So the default is normal. So this is the skin that you will unlock as part of the battle pass. That's pretty cool, like red, orange fire motif. You've got your kind of standard warp gamer skin there. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, I guess. Let's have a look at this other one, Emerald Strike. Okay, so this is replaced the purple with pink, and it's got that kind of lime green colour, and the rest of it's black. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think about that. It kind of looks like a sweet or something. And then you've got your usual, your bronze, your silver, your gold, your diamond. Sorry, those skins always look crap. We should have 2 more outfits in the battle pass, so let's go and have a nosy at them. So yeah, there we've got the Crimson Strike skin at level 26, so you'll be seeing a lot of that around in about a week's time, I would imagine. And then right at the end, you normally get 2 skins. So we've got the premium skin, which is the Bandit. So let's have a look at this guy. So that's like the cowboy style. They've just kind of made it kind of purple and gold and black. That's pretty badass, actually. I don't mind that. And then let's have a look at the free pass one that you get at the end here. Poisoner. Oh, so this is black and green with a little bit of purple. So that matches that kind of other skin that we were looking at before. They all look pretty good. I don't think they'll necessarily replace my my pink guy. I like the pink guy. Right, let's have a quick look at the stats on the blaster in more detail. So this had a very high HP pool at 11,500. For a level 1 blaster, that seems kind of insane. And I think it's the fact that my mastery level is at 24 is adding to that, and that's reflected in those, because yeah, you can see there's your Stratahawk with 7,500, and this is double punch 7,500. So what I'm going to do is make a brand new account and have a look at all the blasters at level 1, so that we can get a fair comparison. So I'll do that now. Okay, I've written down the stats. They won't be reflected on the screen, but I'll read them to you. So the Commander at level 1 with a mastery level of 1 does 500 damage and has 3,000 HP. So compared to the Striker, that does 750 damage and has 3,900 HP. So it's not got that massive pool of HP like we initially thought. But it does do 50% more damage than the Commander, but the Commander is the first blaster you get, so you'd hope it'd be better than that. So I want to compare it to the Revonix. Level 1 Revonix has slightly less damage at 700, but a much higher HP pool at 4,650. It also has more healing at 465 compared with the Striker's 390. So I looked at a few different blasters just to kind of gauge it. So Pharaoh being a sniper rifle. So this has 1,000 damage, so more than the Striker at 750, but only 2,000 HP, kind of expected. The Striker's got a really good range at 45 meters, which is why I compared it to a sniper rifle. Okay, so the Hyperfire, very similar. It's a fast blaster. It's a fully automatic rifle. So this thing, it has basically 2/3 of the damage at 506 and 1,000 less HP at 2,800. It heals less. It's got a much shorter range and a similar speed, so it's just worse in every way essentially. But the Hyperfire is epic rarity, whereas the Striker is prismatic, which is 2 tiers higher. Okay, so let's look at one of the big prismatic blasters, the Boom Dozer. So this thing's an absolute beast at level 1, so it does 1,450 damage, so almost twice as much as the Striker, and a HP of 4,440, so much higher. But obviously the Boom Dozer, much slower, both in its rate of fire and in its movement. I think its movement's only 12, and it's obviously got shorter range. But the Boom Dozer also has big knockback. So on paper, just looking at it without having tested it, the Boom Dozer looks like a bigger beast than this new Striker. But we'll have to play with it to really find out. I think one of the better ways to compare this fairly to other blasters is to look at similar prismatic blasters. So I'm going to have a nosy at the Double Punch, which is quite a similar blaster in my opinion. It's a fast rate of fire automatic rifle. It's one I've not got yet, unfortunately. Here it is. So this has the exact same level of damage at 750, and its HP pool is slightly lower at 3,400 compared to 3,900. And its range, its auto range is similar. It's 5 meters less. Right, let's look at a big bad, the Judge. So this thing's got the highest starting HP pool out of all the blasters. So this thing has a starting HP pool of 5,200. So you know, almost kind of 50% more than the Striker, which is 3,900. But this thing is worse in all other stats. It's got lower damage. It's much slower. And it's got a short range. So the speed, one of my favourites, very similar. So slightly slower, less damage at 660, slightly lower HP at 3,500, but it's got the exact same auto shoot range, and it's got the exact same speed as well. I think ultimately you can't properly gauge how good the Striker is going to be until we actually get it and we unlock the first nerf power and then the third nerf power. It's not like with the Revonix, where when we looked at the stats and we looked at the nerf powers, it was immediately obvious that it was going to be completely broken. Not necessarily the case with the Striker. It really depends on how big that kind of rate of fire and damage increases, and then how much it heals once it unlocks that third nerf power. It's definitely not going to be as broke as the Revonix. I'm fairly confident in saying that based on what I've looked at so far, but the proof will be in the pudding. I've finished looking at the new blaster for now, so if that's all you're interested in, feel free to skip the rest of this video. This is just some pinball gameplay footage that I did with 2 of my friends. Relics is in this, who's one of the world's top players, and both of my teammates here have the Dreadbolt, so as you can see, we're just creating an army of zombies. So yeah, a little bit of fun gameplay to end it on, but if all you're interested in is the new stuff, you might as well end the video here. So if that's the case, thanks for watching. Otherwise, enjoy this gameplay footage. So my teammate, Mr. Croat, on the right hand side there is at higher level than I am trophies wise, but a bit more close to me. Relics is just like so far out of my league. So whenever I play with Relics, I find my survivability is a lot lower because I'm playing against players with a higher mastery level. They do a lot more damage to me. But it really doesn't matter, as you can see. We've completely massacred them there. Easily collected the tokens, no real threat whatsoever. 2 deadbolts on the field. It's almost redundant, really. You don't necessarily need 2 deadbolts, but as you can see, we created a big army of zombies, and we just got to the point where our opponents couldn't even respawn in time, which is quite funny. I did a fair few matches with these guys, but I'm just going to show you the next 2 in a row. And this footage was captured this afternoon, so it is brand new footage. Hence Mr. Croat using the new skin, which is unlocked already. I noticed a lot of different players wanting to play today, so I think everybody's racing to kind of unlock the battle pass, and just excited that we've finally got some new content. Let's face it, we've been waiting for months at this point. They just kept rolling over Age of Revonix over and over again. And if you're a player who bought the premium pass with the plus 15 levels to try and unlock it in time, you're probably really annoyed at that, because you didn't need to. You could have taken the most amount of time in the world. You would have easily cleared that full battle pass. In fact, after the Age of Revonix was supposed to end the first time, I started leveling up an alt account and completed that battle pass with weeks and weeks to spare. So yeah, I really hope that the dev team kind of pull the finger out, and that we don't just get the Age of Striker dragging on and on and on well past its due date when everybody's completed the battle pass. Battle passes make games interesting. They give you an incentive to log in and play and to complete quests. Because the dailies really aren't that important once you've unlocked the battle pass. You get that one singular white crate. Well, you get a free one of those every 4 hours from the shop anyway, so yeah, it's not really any motivation whatsoever. So as you can see here, I'm just controlling the middle now, trying to pick up the tokens as they come. My teammates are just massacring the opponents, who stand no chance. Whenever I play with these guys, it's very rare that any of us even take a single tag, let alone are at any risk. It's definitely the game on easy mode for me, but still fun to watch, and it's always fun to just watch zombies slowly take over the map. They normally annoy me in Pinball because the zombies have a tendency to pick the tokens up, run over to the enemies, because of course they can't shoot, they can only melee, so they essentially just like to pick the tokens up and take them over to the enemy, which normally would be a massive disadvantage, but when you've got relics on your team, it does not matter. Like you can see, already at 9 tokens, and this game has only been going on for about a minute. So another nice easy victory. You can tell by looking at the little mini-map just how many zombies we've got up. And the zombies are easy to kill, just like they are in the event modes. I didn't count how many we got to, but yeah, well over half a dozen there. I've got a final game to showcase for you, and then just a quick update on my channel as well. If you've been watching my videos, I've been saying I've been working on a video about countering the Revonix. Obviously this hasn't come out yet. I captured quite a lot of footage to do this. It was taking a lot longer than I thought, and unfortunately a lot of my footage became corrupted and is unusable, and that just kind of hurt my motivation really, because I had to start again from scratch. I've also been very busy, and with the game just kind of dragging along with no new content, it didn't feel like there was a particular push to do it. Now we've got new content, I'll be spending more time in the game, I'll be capturing more footage, so expect a couple of new videos, and I do hope to complete my Revonix video at some point, hopefully soon. Did you see how much damage I took then very quickly? I needed to use that shield almost immediately. Like, these players are much, much further ahead of me. If the game continues, I will catch them up at some point. But for now, I'm quite enjoying the level I'm playing at. It's comfortable and I'm grinding away. I'd just like to apologise if there's a bit of background noise in this video. It's very, very warm in England at the moment. We're experiencing a heat wave. So I've got the window open, the kids are playing outside, I've got a fan going. So there is a bit of background noise. I don't know if the iPad picks that up or not, but if it does, I do apologise. There's no way I can keep the window shut and the fan off. I would just be dying. So we're at 5 or 6 zombies here. Game's nearly over. With the new blaster coming out now. I'm going to put all of my resources into leveling that up, obviously. So other videos that I was working on the one blaster and the speed, both of which I was trying to get to level 14, they'll sit on the back burner and probably be reprioritised once we've run out of content. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. If you want to leave me a comment, please do, and see you soon.